Good morning, Devils fans. Yesterday we got the announcement that Jonathan Bernier has officially retired from the NHL. I wanted to take this video to just kind of briefly give our acknowledgement, love, and respect to this man after a long, successful NHL career, where he ended it as part of the New Jersey Devils. Albeit, did not play very much here, but he was signed and chose to be here with us. And I just wanted to kind of quickly go over that point where he picked us as his team and a little bit about his time here, touch on his career on it as the whole, and then just wrap it up again with some respect for this man that is more than owed it. So for those that didn't know, Bernier was originally traded over to Carolina, but he was an unrestricted free agent and they could not come to an agreement. Personally, my thoughts on that is Bernier didn't want to be in Carolina because, well, who wants to be in Carolina? So he instead chose the much better choice and decided to come over to New Jersey, where on July 28, 2021, he signed a 2-year, $8.25 million contract. He had just come off a fairly strong season over in Detroit, so I know we had a decent amount of hope for Bernier coming into net with us. And we did have quite the strong start. So, came in hot. He won 4 of his first 5, but then had this nagging injury, from my understanding, basically from the start of the season, where he was missing some practices and then missed some stretches of games, especially after that hot start with the 4 and 5. But on the whole, he was still putting up good numbers even during that stretch. Unfortunately, those would be his only wins as a Devil. Those first 4 wins, well, it was 3 wins, a loss, and then another win, so 4 in his first 5. Because after that, he would lose his next start. He would go in relief of Blackwood in 2 games where he wouldn't give up a goal, but still ultimately lost one in a shootout and then just lost the other game in regulation. He didn't get the loss, still played. Then would have another loss, and then ultimately in his very final game as a Devil would be pulled after 2 periods, and then of course got the loss there as well. A week after the final game, Bernier would be put on IR, and the comments that would come out from the coach, the organization, kind of let you know how serious this injury was. They were basically already preparing that this was going to be a long-term deal. Clearly, that ended up being the case, as Bernier would not lace up his pads again to play an NHL game. He would finish out his 2-year contract with us on LTIR, and like I said, is now officially retired from the NHL. So what was his path to get to Jersey? Well, he was drafted 11th overall in 2016 by the Kings. He played in 14 total seasons, where he won a cup as a backup in LA. He played in Toronto, Anaheim, Colorado, Detroit, and then, of course, finished out his career here in Jersey. In total, he would play in 403 games with a 165, 163, and 40 record, 2.77 goals against average, and a .912 save percentage. So definitely very respectable career stats. Like I said, this guy deserves all the respect that is owed to him in this time. A very long and successful career for a goalie and just an NHL player as a whole. Came in here, had a strong start. We had a lot of hope around that, and then really it was his injury, and it all just kind of cascaded from there. I don't put any of that blame on him. You take that risk a bit with an older goalie, especially, and hey, that's just kind of how it worked out. I'm sure Bernier would have wished he could have played here for those full 2 seasons with us, and who knows what it would have looked like if he did as far as our trajectory as a team, but that's how it goes in hockey and in life. So we wish him all the best in life and for him and his family going forward. And that's really, it's going to be it. Like I said, he had a short career here in Jersey. I don't need to rehash his entire career as a NHL player. There's definitely plenty of outlets that are going to be covering that for him. Instead, just really want to focus, on the high level view for him and his career, and then of course his time here as a Devil. So that does it for today. I've got a doctor's appointment to get to, and yeah, that's going to do it. So I'll see everyone again tomorrow morning. As always and forever, let's go Devils.